Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about what I'm reading, what I'm streaming, what I'm playing, because there is life beyond makeup, right? Ooh. Okay, let's start with what I'm reading. So I finished Neuromancer by William Gibson. This is fantastic science fiction book that was written many years ago that won all kinds of awards. And man, was this ahead of its time. I don't know how this author came up with all this stuff, but we aren't even quite here yet in terms of technology in this time frame that we're living in. So I think that we are headed in this direction though. But what a great book. It just sucks you in and gets you involved in this character's life that is the main character of the story. And he's somewhat sympathetic, but not really. But yeah, this is such a great read. If you like science fiction, you have to read this book. I am so glad I read this. And it's been sitting on my bookshelf for many, many years. I have this thought process when it comes to books. No book before its time, because a lot of times I'll buy a book and I won't read it right away, but things need to be read at a certain time. So anyways, that was great. So I finished that. Then I immediately started The Traveler by John 12 Hawks. And this is a pen name. This isn't his real name. And this is the time we're living in, even though this book was written, this is not as old as the last one that I showed you, but this was written 20 years ago. But this is our world right now. And again, I don't know how this author was able to figure out that this is what the world would become, because basically what this book is about is how we have no privacy anymore. We've all got these listening devices, smart speakers in our homes now, and if the microphone is turned on, you don't know how much are they, when are they actually listening to you, what are they listening to, and what are they doing with that information. But I am really enjoying this book. What I did not know when I started reading this is it's actually part of a trilogy. So I don't know if I'm going to read the whole series in one shot or not, because I have a lot of different books that are sitting there waiting for me to read on my bookshelf. And if I keep buying full series of things, I'm never going to get to all the other things I have. But I'm almost halfway through this. But basically what this is about is two groups of people that are trying to make the world a certain way. They're like secret societies, but because they're on polar opposite ends of the spectrum, um, they're not really accomplishing what they want to accomplish because they're too busy battling each other, literally. It's got a lot of violence in it, so if you don't like that, then you might not like this. But the thing behind it is, I think groups like this really do exist in the world. We just don't know about them. But it's really, really interesting. So if you want to see what's going on behind the scenes in the world that we live in, um, but yeah, everybody is being watched, everybody's being listened to. It's really, really fascinating, and it gets you thinking about, how much privacy do we really have in life? So I highly recommend this, even though I haven't finished it and I don't know how the book's going to end. Like I said, it was a trilogy, so I guess the theme continues on if you want to go past that. So that's what I've been reading. What have I been streaming? I'm watching The Plow Department of Song Dynasty, starring Shu Ke, who's a Chinese actor. It's a Chinese show. I watch it and read the subtitles, and I love international TV shows. I don't know. I guess right now I'm sort of obsessed with China and that particular actor. And, I feel like everything happens for a reason. The last time I talked about him and that show in a video, I went to log on to Vicky Rakuten on Roku to watch it, and it came up on the screen. It said, "This title is not available to watch in your area." I had been watching the show for 2 weeks, so I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden they just cut me off. And I was like, well, okay, there's more than one way to watch a show. So I looked on YouTube, and here it is. It's right here on YouTube, so I'm able to continue to watch it with the subtitles. So thank goodness it was on YouTube. But the reason why I say everything happens for a reason is because I was watching the latest episode of the show, and when I went to the channel that is making this available to me, it said something about, it had a picture of another show on there, and at the bottom it said premieres, and it had tomorrow's date, and it was a picture of Shuke. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And it's the show that he did last year in China, and now it's available on this YouTube channel here. So when I finished the Plow Department of Song Dynasty, I can jump right into his latest title, and it's called Nan Yu Ching Sin. I'm gonna put the title, the words on the screen because it's not pronounced the way that it's written. That's, I started trying to learn Chinese and I just gave up basically. It's way too complicated because nothing is pronounced the way that the letters are. And plus, the language is all in symbols, so I don't think I ever would have been able to read it. I would just wanted to try to learn it to be able to say, talk, speak it. But I gave up. It was just too complicated for me. The older you get, the harder it is to learn languages. If you're going to learn languages, you need to do it earlier in life. Like when I was a teenager, I learned how to speak French, and I still am able to like read it and pronounce words, but I'm just not able to converse in it anymore because if you don't use it, you lose it. So anyway, that's what I'm watching, and that's what I'm going to watch when I finish the show that I'm currently watching. And then the last thing is, what am I playing? I'm playing Animal Crossing. I'm redoing big sections of my island, and when I finish the reconstruction, I will probably get my Nintendo membership back and get a new code for my island and make it available to you guys if you want to see it when I'm done. But I basically ripped out my giant flower and vegetable garden and put in a desert. And then on the other side of the island, I dismantled, flattened this big section, and I'm going to do something totally different over there. But yeah, you'll see when I'm done. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm still playing Animal Crossing. I have other video games that I've purchased over the last year, but I always go back to Animal Crossing. I don't know. I just love that game, and I can't wait till the new Nintendo Switch comes out and the new Animal Crossing game. Oh my God, I can't wait. I hope that they're not going to make us wait too much longer because I'm dying to see what they will have done with the newest version of Animal Crossing because I've heard that you're going to be able to drive vehicles, and so I don't know if it's going to be a city game, but if it is a city game and you can drive vehicles, then that means there'll probably be a lot of shopping, and that would be fun. I mean, I love the chill aspect of the current game, New Horizons, because of, fishing and walking around the shoreline, but I think it would be fun to have a city-based game too. So we shall see. Time will tell. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.